let's take a look at what happened here, because I feel like in a lot of ways this Lynx team has flown under the radar. We'll talk to Rebecca about that in a second, but the Lynx have now won 2 of 3 against this Aces squad this season, and they clinch, do the Lynx, at least a share of the season series. They haven't beaten Las Vegas 3 times in a season since Vegas relocated back in 2018. This win obviously huge because it strengthens Minnesota's grip on the top 3 seed in the playoff standings. The win pushes the Lynx to 2.5 games up on the Aces, and they are now a half game behind the Sun for second. It's also win number 20 on the season for the Lynx after just 19 games all of last season in the win column. It took 28 games to reach this milestone, which is the fastest the Lynx have gotten to 20 wins since 2017.
And as promised, Napheesa Collier joins us now here on SportsCenter. All right, Napheesa, you guys came into this game as the number 3 seed. Vegas was the 4 seed. So if you look at things like, yeah, you should go in there and give them a game and probably beat them. But they are the 2-time defending champions. What does this say about a regular season matchup that you guys go in there and do that?
It's not easy. They're a great team. Like you said, they're defending 2 times champions. And they have amazing players. I think they have 4 people on the Olympic team, so that just shows you. So we have to come in with our A game every time.
All right, so you guys now have 20 wins in the season. You had 19 all of last season. What's been the difference with the turnaround that put you guys in a position to be legit contenders to get to the final?
I think we did great in free agency, and we built upon the players that were already here. The chemistry that we have on this team has just been amazing, the energy from the very beginning, and so we're rolling right now.
Yeah, Courtney Williams, one of those additions to the roster this year. She had a big game. We just saw her. You went 23-7-4. But you were 5 of 7 on direct passes from Courtney for 11 points. What is it about the dynamic between you two that's been so effective?
I think it's hard to guard it because she's so amazing in the mid-range, and then obviously I like to play in the post, and so who are you going to guard? So I think that's a really hard matchup for people.
All right, you guys now won 4 straight games, 3 in a row since the All-Star/Olympic break. I wonder for you, Napheesa, because you mentioned other players on the All-Star, on the Olympic team, pardon me. When did that jet lag finally go away?
I don't know if I ever adjusted to that time, honestly, so I felt good coming home. Yeah.
What was the best thing you ate in Paris?
Oh, man, all the bread was so good. Their bread is amazing.
Everyone keeps talking about the bread in Paris. Now, full disclosure, I've never been to Paris.
What would you eat?
I mean, I would eat the bread if I went there, but I'm just saying, is it literally the best bread you've ever had, Napheesa? That's all I want to know.
Oh, I would go again just for the bread. And their butter tastes good, too. It's a different kind of butter.
Like,
they know how to do bread and butter. It's good.
So the butter and the bread, I got to go to Paris just for that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So, Napheesa, what is wrong with this man?
You hear my co-anchor really shading me right now.
You haven't heard about the bread there?
She's
you gotta go.
But look, not everyone can go all places. I didn't get to play for Team USA in Napheesa. I'm just saying I got to pay to go. You know what I mean? It's a little different for me.
Next vacation, go there, just eat the bread. Don't see the Eiffel Tower. Just go to all the bakeries.
Just go for the bread. All right, you and your team going for the bread tonight, getting this win against Vegas. You'll take them on again at home coming up on Friday. Napheesa Collier, thanks so much for kicking with us here on SportsCenter.
Thank you, guys.
Rebecca Lobo is here now. So the difference maker for this team tonight against an Aces team that was fully loaded, full strength. What was it?
I mean, Minnesota did tonight what we've seen them do throughout the course of the season that's given them so much success. And that's on the offensive end of the floor. They lead the league in three-point field goal percentage. We saw them be lights out here tonight in this game. They lead the league in assists per game. They had beautiful ball movement in this one, and they also have the best defensive rating in the league. So this was a Minnesota team that did tonight what they have done all season long and proved on the Vegas Aces home floor that they are a legit title contender.
But yet, for some reason, this is a team that has also flown under the radar.
Yes.
There are other teams in the league that we spend a lot of time on. Obviously, the Aces are among them, the Liberty too. Why do you think that has been that way for the Lynx?
I think one of the reasons, you have a Vegas Aces team that is a 2-time defending champion. You have a New York Liberty team that's gotten a lot of hype, that played in the finals a year ago when they returned all 5 of their starters. The Minnesota Lynx weren't one of the teams that made some really flashy additions in free agency, but they made some really important ones. Courtney Courtney Williams has been outstanding for them all season long. Alana Smith has been terrific. This team has incredible chemistry, and it's reflected in the way they share the ball. It's reflected in how they shoot the ball. I mean, you saw so many possessions tonight where they passed up a good shot for a great shot. They got to the perimeter. And this young woman, Courtney Williams, can be unguardable in the mid-range game. She is so good going off of the bounce, using screen and roll situations, elevating and scoring. And then her rest of her teammates are so good at sharing the ball, as is she. They're a terrific catch and shoot team, and because they're so unselfish, they get a lot of those catch and shoot opportunities.
And it was good for a 98-87 win tonight on the home floor of the opposite team. That is Rebecca Lobo joining us. Look at old Tina Charles moving on up the all-time scoring list in the WNBA. Diana Taurasi's there on her own island. But now it goes Tina Charles, then Tina Thompson. Those two, as in Diana Taurasi and Tina Charles, sharing a moment in the game as Charles just has a couple of points to move up there into number 2. Dream up 14-4. That doesn't matter. 8 points until history. After that one, the tough fadeaway to go for Charles. There it is. Then later in the first, Dream now up 12. Charles 6 points away. Cut into that with Charles at 9 total points. Charles now from Griner to hit that 3, and she is now 3. After 3, she's 1 point away from moving into second all-time. Here we go in the fourth quarter. The score tied at 48. That 3 gives her some history.
Very thankful. A lot of gratitude to be on the court with Diana, to be behind Diana, to be in the same sentence. It's just unimaginable, and God just really gets the glory. I thought I was done playing last year, so for me to be here right now, it's just really special.
Second all-time is cool and all, but it's a steep hill for Charles to catch Taurasi. If we follow Charles' career scoring average, it would take her 168 games to set a new record. So 4+ seasons. And for what it's worth, Charles is 35. And of course, catching Taurasi would also mean that she would have to stop adding to her total. And at last check, she's still going as well. Back to the game, Mercury and Dream. Dream up 3 in the fourth quarter. There's Charles finding Maya Caldwell. We'll give, we'll go. Dream up 53-48. Then Alicia Gray gets in on Tina Charles. That pass was tremendous. Dream up 9. Then Ryan Howard. Dream up comfortably with that 11-point lead. Tough one. Airballs that. Gray there for the rebound. Gets it in. Dream go up 13. Gray, by the way, 21 points. Howard, call that the dagger. Dream get the win 72-63 on Charles. Big night.